Hello everybody, welcome to VRML 2. My name is JG and on the camera it is Newton Dad. It is great day to see Brute Force versus Deja Vu. We have a lot planned for this Saturday. Hopefully you guys are having a great morning, afternoon, or whatever. But before we can get this match started, I am gonna have to get my headset in and get it figured out unless the problem was figured out, so hopefully the okay. Well, I'm gonna have to get that ready, so hopefully that they. Yeah, so we don't know if they know about that rule, but because we are the casters in VRML, even if they do consent, I'm almost positive that we're the only ones allowed to spectate. Oops, sorry, I hit my microphone there. I'm gonna try and get the invite and tell them personally, and hopefully I don't forget to unmute myself during that because that would be pretty funny. But a little bit of a fun fact before I do get this invite. That is, I am an ex-member of Brute Force, and I was the co-captain with Kiwiberry. Unfortunately, we did disband and joined our new team, which is Sane Wolves, but they are a great couple of people in the group, and I can't wait to see what they have. But unfortunately for Deja Vu, I haven't heard a lot from them, so it's gonna be really exciting to see what they have in stock. And from what they've seen, I've casted other games from like Abattoir, Many-Faced Gods, and they've done it's either been a huge upset towards Deja Vu, or it's been an absolute demolish with someone like Abattoir with only getting 2 points while they had 34 if I am correct. So I'm gonna get that invite in. Any updates? Person in my ear called Newton. Good on. Oh my God! This is what I get for being in VR. So yeah, Newton, if you want to take off, if you want to get the mic for a little bit and keep the audience entertained for a little bit, feel free. I will happily allow you to take
Oh,
that
you're
spot
making
for a
me
second.
break this open, are you? So this is the Newton Dad debut on the VRML side of things. Good to have you guys here. I guess I saw Kit Kat over there in the chat. She's been the hardest working woman in the VRML biz for the short term. We're happy to have her out there. Happy to have all you guys here as we sort out what's going on in the spectator zone. Just happens to be one of those hard and fast rules of a VRML casted matches. You cannot have a spectator. Only the authorized VRML cam and casters are allowed to be in the match during the match. So once we get this sorted, we will get going on this match between Brute Force and Deja Vu.
Yeah, I just got an invite from one of the coaches on Brute Force, but unfortunately he's in the lobby right now because he was the one to leave. So, oh, it does. Hold on. Yeah, this is really confusing. I was just in the party, but now it doesn't look like it. I'm trying to get that invite into it. It's a little bit of a mess. I'm sorry about that, but you know what? As all great teams, there's always mistakes happen, and VRML wouldn't be this without the fails, just everything in general. Everything, it has its ups and downs. So it's really interesting to see these, and it's just good to get these mistakes out of the way, learn from them, and become better casters. So yeah. I am not able to join, surprisingly. This is very weird.
Okay. I've just pinged the guys on the Discord to see if we can get them to please drop the spectator from their match so we can begin. And just like that, the spectator is gone, so we can call the ready up. So JG, you're welcome to run back over to your real mic, and the cast is
I
now
am
yours.
finally back. Thank you so much. That is Newton Dad. He is a part of the Ecoholics, which I have casted before, and might I say, you guys are really awesome. So I'm glad to see some great competition, even though you have yet to play in those. It's still always great to see you in the chat. It's always great to have you in these casts that we're doing and just supporting along, getting us help. You're a great, mysterious eye in the background of the scene at times, and it's just really nice to have you in the background. And speaking of which, I know I like to make you giggle. I like to make people smile in this. That's my main goal in life, you know what I mean? So, we are going to get a ready up from Orange Side, aka Deja Vu. And we're going to see if Brute Force can... Yep, he just saw my message on the hockey list because sometimes Discord doesn't work. They're going to be hopefully readying up. But I'm very excited to see what happens during this match. This might be a complete flop for one side or a complete win for the other. So it's really exciting. Deja Vu having an actually a 9-16 win-loss ratio, and Brute Force with a 6-5, and that 6-5 being a little bit with it. They just got a couple of new people, which is Techno Galaxy, Bruh, and Chicken Rice and Beans. Speaking of which, we are going to get this first round started with the head-off joust. I think I'd like to call it the head-off joust. That'd be pretty cool. Speaking of which, it is going to be Deja Vu with that disc, going to be trying to go for it, with Techno Galaxy getting that stun out, but for Funny Monkey, he's going to try and go for that shot. Unfortunately, it's going to make a ding, and Narwhal's going to throw that through, trying to go through mid. Unfortunately, it's going to be bouncing off the Geos with that pass down to Joe. Joe passing it down to Funny, and Funny going for that QB shot, but Jack's there with that great save. He's been a great goalie from what I've seen before, and it's really nice to see him getting some nice saves and some good clips for highlights. Hopefully, if you got any saves that you want to get, Newton, that would be great, because I would really like for them to get some highlight reels. Speaking of which, Funny Monkey getting that disc, being all funny, being a monkey, climbing around. Joe Mother with a potential disc. I don't know if that was just on my screen, but he looked like... Okay, I heard that from him too. That was a bit of a stutter there, so hopefully we don't have to pause that up, because we aren't league mods, so if they do have to pause it, then we can intervene, but for right now, if they don't complain, we don't. So, yeah. Speaking of which, Brute Force is going to be able to gain that joust advantage, going to be getting that reset, breaking up that chain, with Galaxy going to try and pass it down. Unfortunately, Joe's going to be able to give that down to Funny, breaking that forward momentum by Brute Force. Oh, it looks like there was a little bit of a fumble there. Joe going to be slowing down a little bit, trying to pass it down, but Jax is able to get that disc, bringing it back down, make it a slap shot, going to be bring it down, almost looking like it would be a bounce shot. Techno Shot going to be able to give that to Techno Galaxy. Two brothers, actually, so it's really nice to see two brothers on the same team playing. Tech Deck going to be holding it down for a little bit, try and look for a connection down to Joe. Joe possibly going to be going for something, down to a pass to Cyber. It's going to be bouncing a little bit too far away, and it is going to be heading back into the possession of Joe. Oh, sorry, that was actually a ding off of goal. I was just trying to get up the chat so I can see all of you magnificent people. It's going to be passing down to Joe, but unfortunately it's going to be bouncing off of that, giving Brute Force hopefully some more time to try and get that disc back and push some offensive in there. While speaking of that, Joe trying to go for that gut pass, but Jax with a great save. He's had two great saves in this potential. Other than that stutter shot, he's doing a great job with this. And it looks like Tech trying to go for that boop shot. It's almost in, but it's going to be a little bit short, a little bit of stutter there on my side. This shot going to be trying to go for something, going to be make a clear down. It's going to be heading all the way back into Deja Vu's side for the first time, I think. Looks like Narwhal's going to be able to get that disc, going to be taking it slow, getting that juke off, and getting that slam shot into the dunk. You know, Narwhal's actually on the silver team. I've talked to him for a little bit. He, just because of the weekend limitations that he does have, then this is going to, he's actually in effect, he's an amazing striker. He's an amazing just offense in general. And if you ever try and be a goalie against it, it can really be bad, because he will make all the jukes in the world, and it can really help the team, whoever has Narwhal. So be thankful if you have him on that side. Funny Monkey gonna be getting that disc, gonna be monkeying around, gonna be passing it all the way down through. This looks like it might be a potential bounce shot, but Narwhal's there to intercept that, saving that disc from any potential goals. Shock trying to get that catch, but Funny Monkey with that repossession, passing it back down to Joe. Joe, they're trying to go for something, but Jax Third time's the charm. A nice save by him. Kudos to him. Jax, wait, hold on. That's looking really close. It's a little bit shy. That was almost a great three-pointer by Jax. It's going to be bouncing a little bit too low for Deja Vu. It's going to be bouncing through. The second time's, unfortunately, not the charm. Shock is going to be able to gain that disc. Going to be passing it down to Jax. Jax trying to make that cut pass down to Narwhal or Shock. Not sure which one it was. Going to be making some nice passes, breaking up that offense. Or that defense, excuse me. But speaking of which, Narwhal with that great throw in. With those side shots really helping him through. Very hard to defend against. Kudos to Brute Force for their great passing. Normally, at this level, normally you don't expect those types of plays. But from what I've seen, shout out to McBain for being a great coach for what I saw before we had these discrepancies and all that, the problems. But he's been, they've just been doing really well. And as much as this sounds bad, I'm kind of glad that I did leave them because they deserve to have somebody that they have fun with. I was more or less just kind of like this drill sergeant coach. That's kind of my nickname on the team Discord. But speaking of which, Funny Monkey go for the shot. But again, it's going to be 4 times that Jax has been a great goalie saving that disc. With it going to be going down into left trap. Joe Mother going to be passing it down, looking for a connection. But Narwhal, with that interception, going to be passing it all the way down into Deja Vu's side. It's going to be a stack fight towards that. Unfortunately, Deja Vu is going to miss that stack with Narwhal able to gain that disc. Going to be doing some juking from Narwhal. Down to Galaxy, and Galaxy going to make that 2-pointer. Now a 4-point lead halfway through the match already. This game has gone really quickly for me. Or it's just because of how much I am speaking. My mouth is on fire. But yeah, it's really awesome. I was about to ask Newton if he wants to give his opinion, but I realized he's just a cameraman. He's not a caster. Are you just a caster? Or are you just a cameraman? Okay, hopefully your mic was hot during that moment. Oh, okay. His mic was not. Yeah, I'm talking to myself here. Excuse me. Cyber Sage gonna be going for that cut pass down, but there's gonna be a little bit of a disconnection. Funny Monkey gonna be trying to get that disc. I feel so embarrassed that I literally was talking to myself while Newton was talking to me in my ear, and I was like, just like, what is this JG person doing? Just talking to himself this entire time. Oh boy, but Newton Dad is only I think he's a cameraman only, unless I need to double check that stats. Funny Monkey gonna be. It is very true. Funny Monkey gonna be going for that bounce shot, but it's gonna be a little bit shy on that goal, but Jax is going to be able to gain that repossession, going to be hopefully going back into goal, looking for another throw by Deja Vu, going to be going for that anchor shot, but again, it's going to be missed by Deja Vu with a second repossession, but Narwhal's able to intercept that, bringing that down into Deja Vu's side. Hopefully, if the stack can be off from Brute Force, they can get it. Jax taking it slow, but Joe with a great save, but Narwhal's able to get that interception. It's going to be stunned by Joe Mother. Okay, I did that. That's what it is. Instead of Joe Mama, it's Joe Mother. That's a little bit more formal. God, that's like, imagine you had the classical Joe Mama. It's just Joe Mother. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to kill time. Speaking of which, Techno looks like almost trying to go for that boop shot. It's gonna be bouncing back into Funny Monkey's hands perfectly. That stack from Brute Force is unfortunately not gonna be made to catch that disc. Gonna be a little bit of fumbling, but nobody on Brute Force is back at defense. If they can get the stack down, that they can't gain that repossession. Looks like Cyber Sage is the only one there. Galaxy been able to bring that through. Gonna be having a little bit of airtime. Nobody grabbing it with that stack from Brute Force. Gonna be gaining it. Doing a little bit of airtime. Again, we're having a little bit of an air show here with all of the air times on this disc with no potential of it just floating. But it's gonna be a catch by Tech Deck. Gonna be trying to go for that connection down, but Narwhal with the almost pocket shot. What a great throw by him. That was just an astonishing shot. What an angle. You know, I don't even know if I'm confident enough to say that I can make that shot. And if this from Narwhal, I could say he's easily on a golden diamond, but because of his restrictions and all that, he is doing really well, and it's a great asset to have him making these great shots. Speaking of which, Shock is gonna successfully make that slab through, but Tech Deck is able to make that redemption. It's gonna be heading back down to Funny Monkey. Funny Monkey trying to go for that shot, but unfortunately, it's gonna go a little bit too much to the right, and Shock is gonna be able to gain that repossession, almost making it through, but it's gonna be bouncing back Gonna be given back to Joe Mother, but Techno Galaxy is able to gain that disc. A little bit of a miscommunication by Deja Vu, but Joe Mother gonna possibly getting that disc. Gonna be trying to go for something, but it's gonna be a reset to Funny Monkey. Funny Monkey gonna be trying to go for it, but Narwhal's gonna be able to stun him out. It's gonna be given a little bit of airtime, but Narwhal again with that disc is gonna be able to get that bounce shot off. If that stack can come off from brute force, they can get this disc and bring it back into Deja Vu's side. It's gonna be an interception by Tech Deck. Tech Deck looking for some type of connection. It's gonna be headed down to Cyber Stage. I don't know if that was intentional. It looked a little bit weird, but Narwhal's gonna be able to pass that through, make it a bounce shot. Hold on, this is looking very good for brute force here. Oh, I always like to see those bounce shots going in. Jack's almost gonna be able to get that, but Funny Monkey is able to get there just on time, and it's gonna be heading back down into Blue's or brute force's side. Unfortunately, this is going to be brute force's first win of the first round, but hopefully with the movement that we do have, then we can see what Deja Vu can do for the second opportunity. They've tried to go for the three-pointer, but Jack's with that save, and that is going to be a 2-9 win for, or sorry, a 9-2, excuse me. You gotta say it correctly, for brute force. That doesn't seem like silver. Bronze, high tier. Yes, that, with Deja Vu, they're actually a higher MMR than brute force, because brute force did just play a game against a previous roster. The main team captain is actually a part of Project Mayhem, but we do have a disconnect from Deja Vu's side. It is going to be paused. Hopefully we can get a reconnect, maybe a little bit of a crash, because that does happen now and then. But again, Narwhal, he is a literal goat at bubble. If he's in bubble and he has that space, I would just say good luck with trying to save that disc, because I don't think I've ever saved a disc that's trying to go in. I just don't know if it's my reaction. I don't know if it's my horrible goalies, but yeah, McBain actually being in chat, a great back and forth. But it looked like brute force had that advantage, and it's going to be good for them. While it was just astonishing to see that Narwhal got 7 out of those 9 points, with Techno Galaxy going to be able to get that other 2 points. It was... Oh, sorry. McBain said great round for... great first round, not great back and forth. This was a back and forth, but it was brute force that did have that advantage, with Narwhal just being a great asset. And if Narwhal can have that space, can get inside of that bubble and puncture it, he can use his horn on the Narwhal. I think, yeah, no, it's Narwhals that have a huge horn on their forehead. He pops that bubble, and as soon as he pops that bubble, I would just say good luck and best wishes for you to try and get this. But on Deja Vu's side, it is going to be Joe Mother with the first round. It was actually, we had 2 saves. Joe Mother actually being the main helper on Deja Vu, having the 2 points and the 2 saves. And it's going to be awesome. But we're actually going to have 7 saves by Jax already. I didn't even realize he got 7 saves. So that's honestly astonishing. And it's just crazy to see. Okay, the first round, really? If that could continue, man, I could probably see a new personal best for the amount of saves. But Narwhal gonna be getting 3 saves, and then Techno Galaxy getting... What did it change? Oh wait, no, sorry, it's Techno Shock with the save, and Momo Cake saying, "I love your enthusiasm, just like Pally and Dimway." You know, I don't know if it's just because of the team, or I'm just very excited to do this type of stuff, and or it's the caffeine in my body. Newton, I don't know if you realize this, but from yesterday, I had a lot of caffeine, and that caffeine's still in me, surprisingly. So I'm vibing along right now. I'm very excited to have this match. This is the first time I'm actually casting my old team. I don't know if that is just a bias that I had, and I was just excited to cast them. I'm obviously open. I'm still wanting to see what Deja Vu can do with them actually at a higher position than brute force. But brute force getting a good first round for them. It's just nice to do this stuff, and I just love to interact with the community, do all these castings, and it's just super fun to do this types of stuff. So yeah, it's really awesome. It's great to see all these different stuff, and yeah, I'm just hopefully they can get that fourth person on Deja Vu's side. But while we did just hit the 3-minute mark, I think they do have 15 minutes to find somebody, or else they do have to do a 3v4. But speaking of which, yeah, caster's jinx, but a good jinx at that. Deja Vu is going to be able to get Cyber Sage, yeah, Cyber Sage back into the game. You know, I think that's the best type of caster jinx we could ever do, because then there's like game jinx that I can do sometimes, but then there's literally like I'd say, oh yeah, no, they're still gonna be waiting for their 4th person. They just joined! What a coincidence! Totally not like I just jinx everything I say on VRML 2. Totally not. So, speaking of which, it is going to be 25 seconds before the round starts, so we do have a little bit more time. But what are you guys' thoughts on this first on Deja Vu versus Brute Force? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think Brute Force is going to be able to have the same momentum that they had for the first round and huge point difference, or is Deja Vu going to be able to remember what they've done before and get some huge point leads? How about the whisper in my ear? What do you think? You don't have to tell the audience, but I can tell them what you think. He's voting for a 3-rounder, probably just because he loves to. Oh wait, no. Newton has the 3rd round curse. Any game that he casts, it always goes to a 3rd round somehow. I don't know how you do it, Newton, but I'm not complaining. Speaking of which, Brute Force with a great headbutt, a perfect bounce down to Techno, but Tech Deck is able to save it with a little bit of a scramble down by that bubble, doing a little bit of a dogfight is like what I like to call, which is all these people in the same area fighting. Tech gonna be able to get that disc, but Funny Monkey's able to get it with an easy 2-pointer. 21 seconds in, it's looking good for Deja Vu for this. Yeah, we have Momo in the chat. Let me know if I'm saying your name incorrectly, but Brute Force, they do have some great stacks. One thing that I've seen them play, and I've done a 1v4 against them, and they've been more and more coordinated, so it's really awesome to see what they have. But speaking of which, Deja Vu going to be bouncing a little bit. Shock to be able to gain that disc a little bit slow, but still Narwhal is able to catch it. Going to be passing that down to Techno. A possible bounce catch through that. I always love to see those. But Jack's looking like he is able to grab it, while Joe Mother is going to be trying to hide with Narwhal, able to get that catch down to try and pass it down to Techno. Unfortunately, it's going to bounce a little bit too high, and it's going to bounce a little bit too far away, and Shaga's not going to be able to gain that. Galaxy looking for that opportunity, going to be trying to go for that point, but Tech Deck with that save, going to be passing it down through, getting all the way down into Brute Force's side. If the stack for Brute Force can get this, otherwise it looks like Cyber Sage is going to make that 3-pointer, and it's going to go in, and that is a 5-point lead for Deja Vu. They have had that momentum, and that second round is what is really helping them. Newton, I think what you said is that, oh my god, how you have this sensational, I'm wordless of how every single game you are cameraman, it has gone to a 3rd round. I do games and it's like a 2-0. It's a great question, but speaking of which, Techno Shock is going to be passing that down to Narwhal. Narwhal with that great offense, going to be passing it down to Galaxy. What a great throw into it, and it's going to be a 2-pointer. A great response with only 14 seconds into the game. Tech Deck looking like he was complaining a little bit. But yeah, that was a great throw by Techno. He had that, it wasn't that much of a pocket shot, but it was still a great shot into the goal, hitting the left side. Sorry for that yawn, my god. It's not because I'm tired, but speaking of which, Jack's going for that 3-pointer. Unfortunately, it's going to ding off the top of the goal. Looks like he is going to have a second chance if he doesn't get stunned. He's going to be going for that. Again, a second great response. 3 seconds shorter than the last goal. 11 seconds in, and it looks like they are pretty excited about that as we see Jax's POV there. Thank you, Newton, for giving those POVs, because normally we only do free cams, but doing those POVs can really show on what it looks like from the person, other than just the free cam, because a lot of that can be difficult to see what it is. Techno Galaxy spreading wide, as he is the Galaxy of VRML, spreading his wings wide and making it down. Fortunately, that throw from Jax is going to be a little bit short, and it's going to be caught by Deja Vu, but Jax is able to get that disc. You pass it out to Narwhal. Narwhal puncturing that bubble, going to make it in. Now a point lead by Brute Force. You know, they had that great momentum at the beginning, Deja Vu did, and it it just completely did a 180. If Brute Force can keep this momentum, this looks really good. You know, as much as I love my team, I want to make this go to the third round. The tenser it gets, the more I yell and the more excited I get, and the more energy I'm gonna give. So hopefully Deja Vu can bring this energy down. Joe Mother gonna be bringing that down, passing it down to Funny Monkey. Funny Monkey having that chance for an open goal, but Jackson's gonna be able to gain that disc. It's gonna be digging off of that goal, with Galaxy gonna be able to make that slap out, but Tech Deck is able to gain that disc. Narwhal with that interception. It's gonna be a little bit of a tight bounce, but it is gonna be handing on the sides. Brute Force, or Narwhal, excuse me, trying to go for that bounce shot, but it's gonna be bounced high with the stack from Brute Force. Gonna be trying to go offensive and try and grab that disc, but it's gonna be heading back down into Brute Force's side. It's a stack race. Who's gonna be able to get it first? Joe Mother is gonna throw it, but Jax with a great save again. I'm curious to see after the second round how many saves Jax has, because it's probably over 1 million now, because he is a great goalie. And speaking of, he is a great offense player as well, being given some great assists. Gonna be passing that down to Shock, and Shock gonna throw it down, but Funny Monkey with the save down to Joe Mother. Gonna be making some unfortunate bouncings, but Funny Monkey is gonna get stunned out before anything does happen. Galaxy trying to go for it, gonna be holding it down for a little bit too long, and it's gonna be handed back down to Jax. Jax going for that floor anchor. I literally told him that this morning before the game started. Speaking of which, Narwhal gonna try to go for that shot, but unfortunately it's gonna make that ding. Maybe a little bit of nerves. If Deja Vu can come back and get the 2-pointer or 3-pointer, they can really tighten up their stuff. But I need to stop talking, Newton. I really need to stop talking. I like, literally, I have a caster's jinx. Like, oh yeah, it's looking really good for Deja Vu if they can get this 2 or 3-pointer. No, sorry, I meant Brute Force when they get this 2-pointer, because as soon as I saw Narwhal got the disc, I was like, oh boy, I just cursed myself. Speaking of which, it is going to be Deja Vu's side. Still with 4:30 left on the clock, it is still anybody's game. Unfortunately, Funny Monkey is going to fumble that disc, heading back down to Galaxy. Galaxy try to go for that open 3, but it's gonna be a little bit too much to the right. Narwhal gonna be gaining that disc, but unfortunately it's gonna be a miscommunication from Deja Vu. Narwhal gonna be able to get that headbutt, but unfortunately it's gonna be heading back down into Brute Force's side. If the stack off from Deja Vu can be brought back, then they can get a 2-pointer. Gonna be taking it slow, trying to go for that bounce shot. Jack's there, trying to go for a cut pass, looks like, to maybe Funny, but Funny is not gonna be able to make that catch. Galaxy with that throw back down. It's good that I know these teams, or else this would be confusing, because you would say Techno and say, wait, which Techno? But I know them too well. I know everyone from Brute Force really well, and I don't know anybody from Deja Vu, so it's really upsetting. I wish I knew everybody, because then I would do anything. And you really on Deja Vu. I'm on nobody's side. I don't like to favor. I only like to favor to a third round in a tense game, because I like to see footage, exciting. Speaking of which, Funny Monkey gonna try to go for it, but Techno Galaxy with that great offensive bubble. It's gonna be thrown down by Narwhal. Narwhal gonna get that disc all the way back down into Deja Vu's side. Cyber with that disc, gonna be holding it down a little bit, trying to juke out Narwhal successfully. And Joe Mother is going to be able to bring that down. Going to be trying to look for a connection down to Tech Deck. Tech Deck with the throw in. Now making it only a point difference. Tech Deck did a really good job. Those are some of the really hard shots to defend against, is under the bubble, on the sides. And I feel like Newton would know this, especially if you are behind the goal, if you are on top of clock, if you're hanging on to the bottom part of the goal and you get a slam dunk. It's really hard to defend against those, because there's so much going on in your mind, then it can be really stressful to see what happens. Unfortunately, Shaka's gonna make that slap off, but it might look like it is gonna be Cyber. He's gonna get that before Narwhal does intercept that, but Shaka is able to... was that a... Hello? It looks like Techno was able to get that through with a possible bounce shot. Can Deja Vu get this disc before Brute Force does? Cyber Sage is going to be able to gain that disc, going to be trying to go for it, but taking a little bit too much time, with Techno Galaxy going to be catching that disc, but Funny Monkey going to be getting that juke off from both players. Almost a third. Galaxy going to be fumbling a little bit, and it's going to be a 2-pointer, now giving this a point lead to Deja Vu. Wow. I'm sorry, Galaxy. That was... you were just dangling on there. I felt so bad, because you were trying your best, but you know what? This is looking really good for Deja Vu, but hopefully Brute Force can respond with something even stronger and give a little bit more brute to their force on their team. Speaking of which, Deja Vu is going to be getting that with Cyber Sage. Going to be doing some juking. He's going to be wasting time. A smart move indeed. Going to be heading back down to Funny. Funny going to be having that opportunity for a possible cut pass down to Joe, but it looks like there was a little bit of a miscommunication there on Deja Vu. Well, Techno Galaxy is going to make that throw down, going to be bouncing off of the walls. While Tech Deck is able to gain that disc back. Going to be tossing it down to Funny Monkey. Funny Monkey going to be wasting time again. Wasting time at this point is really good. Going to be trying to go for a juke shot. And it's going to be a pump down to Tech Deck. Now at a 3-point lead. If Brute Force can make a 3-pointer, maybe from a Narwhal, then they could actually do something. But other than that, this is looking really good. If Deja Vu can get this disc, Brute Force is looking like they have to go to a third round. So if Brute Force knows how to handle this well, then they could do something. While they're going to be doing a rollout, going to be playing this slow, which is a great idea. They still have 40 seconds, so they still have a copious amount of time. But obviously, it looks like it is Tech Deck with that possession. If they have to get a 3-pointer here, or else they can't do anything. I mean, wait, hold on. Math, speak. If they have 8 seconds, if they can really do this, they can tie this up. That would be crazy. Just to let you know, the mini map is broken. That is a common bug. But if they can get this regrab, this can look very good to Tech Deck. Tech Deck is gonna make that juke back down, and we are gonna be heading to a third round. Gosh darn it, Newton! You curse this! You give me more to speak. You give me more energy. How? Why? No! Then we're gonna be heading down to the third round. A great response by Deja Vu. They had that time to recover. Even with that disconnect, they still had that movement. It is now going to be 1-1. And we are going to be heading to the third round. I'm extremely excited on how Brute Force is going to respond. If they can give that disc down to Narwhal, then they can really do something special here. So if they can get that disc and really do something, but it is going to be it's going to be another pause. It looked like it was from Deja Vu, but now the stats are astonishing. Oh, surprisingly, only one save from Jax. I have no water, so I'm very thirsty, but I feel like I will be able to hang this one through, hopefully. But everybody except TechnoShock now has at least 1 point on the board. Cyber Sage with 3, Funny Monkey with 4, Joe Mother with 2, and Tech Deck with 4. While on the saves, Funny Monkey with 1, Joe Mother with 2, Tech Deck with 0, and Cyber Sage with 0. And on the Brute Force side, we have Narwhal with 13, TechnoShock with 0, Techno Galaxy with 4, and Jax with 2. We are going to get it on pause, but we still have a good amount of time to hold this out. On saves, we have Jax with 8, an astonishing 8, Techno Galaxy with 3, Shock with 1, and Narwhal with 3. Uh-oh. So we did get a side from Deja Vu saying that Funny Monkey's headset is going to die. That's a good lesson to learn, Funny Monkey. Charge up your device beforehand and at least have like 40 to 30% before a match starts, because if you don't get that time schedule down, then that could really make your put your team at a disadvantage. It'd be good to let them know. If I really have to message them, then yeah, we might have to do that. But other than that, yeah, just learning how to charge. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember when I played on my knees. All I gotta say is that was hell to me. And that was, oh my gosh. So funny, if you're still here, you're still gonna be playing, good luck. I wish the best for you, because that is something hard. If you can get some nice shots, that would be awesome. Speaking of which, we're heading down to this third round with Brute Force with the head bounce. Gonna be making some, I think, a little bit of dubstep there. Gonna be bouncing through Tech Deck. Gonna be Tech Decking that through all the way down into Brute Force's side. It's gonna be bouncing off of double of bow tie, which is that mid geo. And Narwhal gonna make that juke down through. That almost looked like it could have been an open 3 to him. He has a second chance, but obviously Cyber Sage is gonna be able to make that cyber save and make sure that it doesn't go in. It looks like at the beginning, Deja Vu didn't have the, I think it was Funny Monkey was trying to get into the game while he was texting me in chat. But it is going to be bouncing, unfortunately, and it looks like Deja Vu is going to be able to gain that through, bringing that back down. But Jax is there to intercept that. A great defense by Brute Force, going to be retaliating. What a nice pass down to Narwhal. Narwhal trying to go for that bounce shot, making a 3-pointer, making a mark. But Narwhal's going to be able to gain that disc down to a cut. But unfortunately, Technoshock is not there on time to make that catch. An unfortunate miscommunication. Jax playing smart and getting Cyber Sage with that stun. Now we're going to be passing it down to Jax. And Jax with that throw, but Tech Deck with the save. Going to be passing that all the way down through. If they can get this stack off, then they can get a 3-pointer. Tech Deck with that shot. And it's going in for now a 3-point lead for Deja Vu. And this is looking really good movement. Red Mass, it is this is silver and bronze. Deja Vu is at 1100 and Brute Force is at 1080. Well, Brute Force is actually the silver team and Deja Vu is the bronze. We're gonna have another pause, but it looks like it was just a mistake. So, yeah. Man. I don't know about you, Newton. You're probably super excited just putting your controller through a lot of havoc while I'm havocing through my voice, just screaming out the top of my lungs because it's still early in the morning, or still early in the day, so I can say as much as I want, and I'm not gonna get yelled at for people are trying to sleep, because it's only like 4 o'clock. No, it's only 3:37 for me, CST. But Techno Galaxy gonna be foaming a little bit, but same thing for Deja Vu. They're going to be passing it down through mid. It's going to be bouncing into that right trap of Brute Force. It is going to be a slap shot, but they are there to possibly defend. Technoshock to be trying to go for it, but Narwhal with that nice stun to bring it down through. Going to be bringing that down. Going to be bouncing through. Excuse me. Deja Vu is able to keep at mid, keep that defense, and just make sure that that disc doesn't get past that mid line. Tech Deck is able to get that interception, bringing that down to Joe. Joe going to be trying to go for an anchor shot down to Jax, and Jax unfortunately is going to miss that shot. Now a 5-point lead for Deja Vu. Hopefully I can see some responses from Brute Force. Well, we still have around 7 minutes left in this game. It is still anybody's game here, and hopefully I'm rooting for my team, but at the same time, obviously, I don't like to be opinionated. I'd like to see what teams can do and just see what they have. And that would be a great feat for Deja Vu to get 10 wins. Speaking of which, that's going to be a 3-pointer. Wow, that was 10 seconds in. What a shot by Joe. Wow. That's gonna give them a great amount of lead and momentum. If they can keep this up, this is looking very solid for Deja Vu on this. They came back and they won the first, and if they can win this game, is that they're gonna lose the first round but win the second. Speaking of which, Shock is gonna unfortunately whiff that catch. So be heading back down to Tech Deck. Tech Deck gonna be try to get that through, but unfortunately it's gonna be heading back down into Deja Vu's side. Shock try to go for it. But someone from Deja Vu is able to get that slap off, while Narwhal is able to use that miscommunication and try and get a point. Any point on Brute Force's side will look good. It's going to be an unfortunate bounce off of Tunnel, as it's going to bounce back through. Well, Jack's going to be trying to get it, but he's going to be stunned out. But fortunately for him, he's able to get that throw down. While Joe Mother is able to not catch that, but he is going to be able to recover that disc. While Brute Force is getting that defense, Cyber is able to gain that disc at it. Try to go for that bounce shot, but Jax is able to make sure that that doesn't go in. Funny Monkey going to be trying to go for it on his knees, charging up. Hopefully he doesn't die mid-game. While Joe Mother is going to be going for that goal, and it's now a 10-point lead for Brute Force. Or Deja Vu! Deja Vu, I just met you in this place before. Higher than the streets. Okay, no, don't copyright strike me. Thank you. Twitch, thank you. I mean, this is half of the game. If they can bring back 10 points, if they can get some 3-pointers, then Brute Force, not Techno Shock, that'd be a cool team. The Techno Shockers. It sounds like an actual pretty cool team. Speaking of which, Funny Monkey gonna be trying to throw that down, but unfortunately that bounce shot's gonna be a little bit too high. Gonna be bringing it back down, but Joe Mother's gonna be able to make that catch down. They've been making a miscommunication by Deja Vu's side, while Technoshock is able to bring that through the tunnel. This looks like the first time that this might be towards Brute Force. If they can get this catch, Techno Galaxy going to be trying to go for that 3-pointer. It's going to be a little bit too low, but Technoshock almost trying to go for that rebounds. But The two brothers of Technos are going to be able to gain that disc. They have some time. They're free and open. But Joe Mother with that interception going to be bringing it down through. But unfortunately, it's going to be bouncing back. Tech Deck able to gain that disc. A little bit of dubstep there, it looked like. Cyber Sage going to be... Oh, boy. Then we got a little bit of waving by Techno Galaxy there. Sonic J saying the caster's gone insane. He's getting copyrighted. Ah, the shame. Uh-oh. Looks like there might be somebody on that side. Shock maybe trying to say what's happening. Be yeah. So maybe it's because of that stutter, but unless there is some type of or new caster day one getting removed. This isn't day one. I've been starting since April 2nd. So yeah. And especially Newton is also new. And we are going to get that on pause. Oh damn, 1 week. Yeah. I've actually been, if I can count, this should be my let me get up VRML website. This should be my like 25th casting, I think, in the span of a good amount of time. But speaking of which, Brute Force's possession going to be passing that down to Technoshock. Technoshock making that pass down to Galaxy, or Jax down to Galaxy, but Joe Mother going to be able to try and go for that three-pointer. It's looking good. It's in 15. Wow, what a bounce shot by Joe Mother. Joe Mother, your mother is pretty good at throwing if they can make that bounce shots. But no, excuse me, it'd actually be my 27th casting. Mercy on cast. Oh, trust me, there are other casts that have happened that are mercy, but this might be my first mercy win in mine, I think. Or no. I think some OCE match I had it, but Narwhal is gonna be able to go for that disc, but unfortunately, Tech Deck is gonna be staying at goalie, gonna be waiting it through. Unfortunately, gonna be getting stunned out with Galaxy, gonna be whiffing that through. Jax with that slap, it looked like. And Funny Monkey is able to get that disc. Narwhal, unfortunately, is not going to be able to gain that, but it looks like he might be able to get that bounce shot before he gets stunned out. With Joe Mother going to be making that through, going to be bringing it back down onto Brute Force's side. Technoshock with that disc, but Joe Mother, again, with a great interception. Jax is at that goalie, getting prepared. Great steps by Brute Force. It's looking very slim for Brute Force, unfortunately, but we're going to have to see what happens. Joe Mother with that disc, looking for a connection, but Techno Galaxy with that great interception. Unfortunately, it is going to be bounced a little bit too far. Cyber going for that catch down to Jax with the save. That was great, because if that was a 17-point lead, I would say, you know, we might be out of mathematical time. Well, it's looking very close. This is looking like it might be out of mathematical time. Jax with that bounce shot. Now it's 17 points. It's a minute 15 in before it was a minute 15 of no goaling. So that is looking very good for Deja Vu for the third round. They came back like that first round. If you can't tense up, you can't loosen up. You got to continuously push forward, and that's why the second round, I think, is always crucial, is that stuff like this can happen, and it can be really bad. But speaking of which, he's really going all the way down into Deja Vu's side, but fortunately for Deja Vu, it is going to be caught from the goalie there. Narwhal trying to get that disc, but Funny Monkey is going to get juked out. Stunning dogfighting at Deja Vu's side. Jack's going to be able to gain that disc, going to be staying down mid, saving those interceptions. Down to Narwhal, but Joe Mother with a great juke. Joe Mother going to be trying to pass that down, but it's going to be a bounce shot on top of, or even higher than Tunnel itself. It's going to be a bounce shot down through, but Cyber with a great save. Narwhal trying to get that disc, but unfortunately we are at a mathematical time for anything else to happen, and this is going to be heading back down into Deja Vu's win, while Joe Mother is trying to go for that bounce shot. Unfortunately, it's going to not make that nice bounce shot. Narwhal trying to go for that disc. It's going to be pushed out a little bit too much, and maybe it's because they knew on how much Narwhal has his great shots, and as soon as they start to break composure, then they start to just do really good in this, and it was really surprising to see the complete 180, but I don't like to consider the first round of anything. Well, Funny Monkey getting that jukes off, gonna be playing a little bit too uncautiously just playing it safe because they know that they just won this game. It was astonishing to see what happens while we're trying to see if anybody else can get some points. Maybe Brute Force can respond with the final goal, but from Deja Vu, they're playing smart. They don't want to get any more goals on the. They don't want Brute Force to get any more goals than the 0 that they did. So unfortunately, that is going to be the game. We'll try to go for that final goal, and unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit too much to the right. That was a great response. Yeah, it's just. If that had to go into OT somehow, I think my voice would have been dead by then. I mean, it already is. GG's indeed. They came back at the end. Well, at stats, was looking really good for Joe Mother, as he is the second place person for scores during this. Jack's having the most passes to 21. Narwhal with 2 hat tricks. Funny Monkey with 15 interceptions. And Joe Mother coming out as the MVP, as the stats said. But for the final stats, it is going to be a 10-16 for Deja Vu and an unfortunate 6-6 for Brute Force. So they do have a 50-50 win ratio, which isn't bad at all. I'm not complaining with the 50 win ratio, because that's normally what Echo Arena's win rate is. If you don't, that's like the standpoint for it, because that's what they try and do, is put you so you can win one, lose one, win one, lose one, and back and forth, back and forth. So it was astonishing to see that Brute Force just unfortunately broke down at the end of that game and just got it. So it was a 2-9 towards Brute Force for that first round, and then they lost by a point for the second round, and then the round 3 was a complete wipe, and Deja Vu just swept under. And they Brute Force will be having Deja Vu after they remember this match, because it was an astonishing comeback from Deja Vu, and hopefully Brute Force can learn from this. And I think Mick Bain is still probably in the chat, just learning from that, teaching them some lessons, and excuse me, they can come back from this. That's what you get for talking and not drinking water. That's why you need to drink your water, nothing else. Don't drink caffeine, don't drink Coke, don't drink any of that stuff. Drink water, hydrate. I wish we had I wish I was on VRML 1 right now, because then I could actually get channel points for hydrating, and then I have a reasoning to drink water during a cast. But other than that, this was a great game. I love to see my old people from my old team taking part in this, and it was really fun to see this game. I was really excited. Once again, this is VRML 2. This was Deja Vu versus Brute Force. Deja Vu coming in clutch with the 2-1, losing that first round, but coming back with the 2 consecutive wins. I've been JG on castings, and this has been Newton Dad on the cameras. Newton, thank you so much for doing this, but until next time, I have a couple more casts this time. I will, if I can check. I don't want to waste you guys' times, unless, I mean, we have nothing really soon right now. But anyways, well, yeah, I'll double check, because you know what? If you guys want to see my energy, 6:30 CDT. I have Many Faced Gods versus Nautilus on VRML 2. Then I have White Lotus versus Rondes 2 on VRML 2, especially at 7 p.m. And then at 8:30 we have Evolve versus Schrodinger. Oh my god, it's the cat thing, the Schrodinger, I think. The yeah. I'm not even gonna pronounce it. You can look it up. It's at 8:30 today. Cat might be assisting me, but yeah. And then I have a 9:20 one, which is very weird, and then I have a 10 o'clock one, high ping. But other than that, this has been JG. I have had. Hopefully you guys have a vibalicious morning, day, afternoon, wherever you guys are. I love every single one of you, non-platonically, obviously. I just love this community. I love doing all this stuff. But until next time, this has been VRML 2. See you guys later.
We're underway. Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.